Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to start, so I will ask everyone to take a seat, please, all of our guests. So, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, I'm pleased to welcome you to our session on AI for social good. My name is Sarvar Sadullayev, and I'm honored to serve you as your moderator today. First of all, I would like to thank our honored guests, and let me introduce our today's speakers. Muzaffar Jalalov, he is the rector of Inha University. Please welcome. Babur Abdullayev, he is the rector of MIT University. Alexander Krainov, he is the director for the development of AI Yandex. Elvira Chache, executive director Sber AI. And our last speaker is Sandeep Kulkarni, founder and CEO of Image Provision. These guests are experts in AI, each bringing valuable knowledge and experience from different fields. AI is reshaping the world as we know it, and the power of AI to drive positive change is enormous, especially when we think about its potential in social sectors such as healthcare, education, and public services. In this session, we will explore how AI can be utilized and address some of the most pressing social challenges of our time. Our esteemed speakers will share insights on how AI is being applied in these areas, as well as its ethical implications and how we can ensure that AI benefits everyone, not just a selected few. As our first speaker comes from Image Provision, so I would like to introduce Sandeep Kulkarni, CEO of Image Provision, will explore the applications of AI in healthcare, specifically focusing on how AI-driven technologies are transforming drug development and quality control. Sandeep will share insights on how AI is contributing to safer, more efficient healthcare solutions. Sandeep, we're eager to hear your insights. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and thank you for the good introduction, and thank you for giving this opportunity, Uzbekistan, to speaking to all of you and presenting some of our innovations. I'm, like he said, Sandeep Kulkarni, from founder and CEO of Image Provision, and I'm going to talk about the healthcare, especially in the drug discovery and drug production side. Before starting, I would like one small video to play so that it will set the context.
Pharmaceutical development faces critical challenges in ensuring precise particle characterization and regulatory compliance. Traditional methods often fall short in delivering the accuracy and efficiency needed to advance drug formulations. Image Provision, a global leader in automated image analytics, serves the pharma and life sciences industries with optimized solutions. Introducing Clarity, the leading solution for particle characterization and visualization, delivering accurate insights from visible to nanoscales. Clarity's particle module leverages AI and machine learning to precisely analyze particle size and shape, ensuring compliance with 21 CFR Part 11 standards. From powders and liquids to ointments and gels, Clarity handles it all. The Auto module automates image acquisition and data processing, delivering real-time particulate analysis that adheres to USP standards with minimal manual intervention. Clarity also simplifies CFU counting with the Microbe module, delivering fast and accurate results for agar plates, slides, and gels. With the User module, managing access, compliance, and devices has never been easier, ensuring secure operations across the lab or across the world. Clarity goes beyond traditional analysis, detecting vial delamination, identifying contaminants, and supporting reverse engineering of formulations, including differentiating between APIs, active pharmaceutical ingredients, and excipients. Seamlessly integrating with particle workstations and cloud-based platforms, Clarity optimizes research efficiency worldwide. Clarity, ensuring precision, accuracy, and advanced insights for the future of particle analysis. Trusted by leading pharma companies with over 400 installations, our solutions support drug development and ensure regulatory compliance. Award-winning and innovation-driven, Image Provision is shaping the future of science and technology through research, particularly for pharma companies across the globe.
Thank you. Right. Thank you very much. I think you might have got the context on which I am going to talk. Basically, what I'm going to talk about is the transforming drug development and drug quality control with AI-powered solutions, and especially what we can do for Uzbekistan. Next slide, please. So basically, we are particle characterization tools and standardization company. It's an AI ML-driven platform which works on a normal desktop or a client-server architecture or on a cloud. So based on the kind of company they are using, it can be implemented. We operate from Pune in India, Princeton in USA, and very shortly we are opening an office in Uzbekistan. Next slide, please. So what we actually doing is that we are integrating all the operations of a drug development in a single platform, like microbiology, analytical, formulation, manufacturing, QA and QC. There are various ways this platform is doing. The most important part in a drug development and drug discovery is identification of particle characterization. Now, particle characterization, like in any medicine, the most important part is the active pharmaceutical ingredient. That defines the drug efficacy and how effective your drug would be. So understanding the particle characteristics of those API particles using AI and ML is what we do. Now, we have been listening various lectures since the morning about AI ML, and here I'm presenting how we have used a working use case of AI ML. So it works on particle morphology, hot stage microscopy, nanoparticle analysis, and all these combined into one platform. Next, please. So there are global customers who are using this platform like Teva, Abbott, Freshness, Kavi, Sanofi, Ashland. These are all the global customers who are using. But back in India, where this platform was developed, next slide, please. Almost all pharma companies, top pharma companies of India, they are using this platform for their drug discovery as well as during the drug production. Yes, please, next. So as I was saying that the particle characterization of active pharma ingredient, which is the main drug in any, if we are taking a tablet, the active ingredient in that tablet would be somewhere between 0.5 micron to 0.5% to 10%. But that is what is actually curing your diseases. Yeah. So here, little busy slide, but I'm just showing that how important it matters. You know, there are two set of particles here, I mean, for the same drug. But if you have a smaller particles, its dissolution is higher. If you have a bigger particle, its dissolution is smaller. And if you don't control this particle, its effect on the body will be different. You know, so dissolution is like when we are taking any pill or any medicine, how it gets dissolved inside the body. That is what defines the efficacy of a drug. And the rate of dissolution in the body depends on the particle size and shape. And that is where our innovation comes in, how I can identify particle size and shape using this image processing AI ML platform. Next, please. So what this platform does is that once you have generally when they have a formulation, a medicine, we call it as a formulation, it consists of active ingredient, like I said, API, and some carrier agents, which are called excipient. So in one sample, what is the particle characteristics of my pure API, and what is the characteristics of other API? That otherwise you will take a very expensive technique to get this data. But using AI ML, we are able to get it just through a normal microscopic image. So that's, and how we do that, I'll just come to that. Next slide, please. So in turn, what it does that, it reduces a lot of time. I was listening to speaker just previous, that unless you define your end goal, implementing AI, ML, or any technology will not yield results. So here, what we are doing is that we are able to reduce the particle size analysis by 50%, development time, drug development by 30%, drug manufacturing time by 20%, and most important for me is eliminate the inefficient, error-prone, and tedious analytical tasks. This is healthcare industry and the medicine production. Here, there is no tolerance, zero tolerance. You can't have a bad medicine. This can kill a person, you know. So you can't go wrong. So here, use of technology helps a lot in a long way. Next slide, please. So like I was saying, with this platform, we are integrating, this is especially for injectable plants like injections, the microbiology, the formulation, manufacturing, QA and QC, they are all integrated into one. The traditional way is that one person is doing the R&D, is handing over to QC, manufacturing guys, manufacturing is doing the manufacturing, then quality control is checking, but they are not in sync. There is a lot of paperwork, which all can be eliminated when you connect with this newer platforms. Next, please. So what it does basically, as you are preparing a sample, you know, so if you want to check the details about it, you will prepare a sample on a glass slide, put under the microscope, it will identify each and every particle, it will publish all the details about that particle through first image processing, then using machine learning, the different modules, it will differentiate those particles. Next, please. So it's a very complex structure, but I'm just giving a very basic structure to just to understand how it works. So there are two levels of machine learning working in this case. Since we are doing the particle analysis using images, the first machine learning platform is for defining the quality of the image. So when it moves in the automatic mode, it is collecting multiple images, but which sometimes these images are not focused images, and then the result cannot be a good result. So the first level of machine learning is doing the qualification of image. So it will remove all those non-focused blur images, and it will just take those sharp images to do the analysis. The second machine learning is doing the classification, where I told that in one formulation, it will identify which are my API particles, which are my excipient particles, and then the statistical analysis, where it gives all the particle details like size, shape, color, texture, intensity, and all other things. Then it goes everything into the artificial intelligence system, where as you are using the system, it becomes more and more intelligent. Because you are getting more data, machine learning engine is getting trained, refined with the, more data, and that's how it gets matured over the period of time. Now, like I said, that pharma companies are very, very conservative industry. They follow the regulatory requirements of, like, Uzbekistan government will release some regulatory requirement. European standards are there. US FDA standards are there. So they have to be within that regulatory framework. Next slide, please. So how this machine learning works, you know, like I said, you can collect millions of images, and from those images, using image processing, we first identify all the particles, and then machine learning algorithm will identify unique features from every particle and then put them into different clusters, you know. So there are, let's say, 3 clusters. Then we do the labeling of these clusters, like this is my API 1, this is API 2, and this is my excipient. And this is running through our clustering algorithms. And once it is done, next please. So once it is done, you train this model. Now here, there are two ways to do. We have been listening. One is supervised way of machine learning, and one is unsupervised way of machine learning. So whatever data you are given, the machine learning model gives you the data, and you just believe it. But sometimes it's always risky, you know. Ultimately, artificial intelligence is still artificial. Real intelligence is still with us, you know. So you need some intervention where we call it as a supervised machine learning. So like machine has given me this, which is, let's say, 95, 99% accurate, but I want to be 100%. So that 1 or 2% intervention person can do. And then once he does that adjustment, then you can train this model. Now, this model is ready for routine inspections. When you are doing the daily production, you can take samples and then use that. Next, please. And then it comes to the predictive model, where if next time when you are doing analysis, any unknown particle is come, it will identify from your library and from the database and say that this is my API particle. So that is a predictive part. Next, please. So in a nutshell, this works like this. You know, any kind of dosage forms, like tablet, inhalers, or cream, injections, you collect all the particles through a microscope or any other medium. The Clarity will give you all the particle sizes, size distribution, particle morphology, and then the predictive part of which is this particle. And there are some critical process parameters like blend uniformity, content uniformity, and then critical quality attributes like dissolution profiling, how effective this drug is. So this all is automated. Yes, please, next. So this is our vision in which we are working. We have automated microscopic analysis. Every pharma company will have multiple microscopes. It is connected through client-server architecture or through cloud. Different departments can talk about it. If a pharma company has multiple factories, one factory is in Tashkent, the other one is in Samarkand, or in different countries, you can put everything into a single platform. Once this platform is used by many pharma companies, actually you are connecting all the pharma industry and ultimately the ecosystem where the raw material suppliers like API manufacturers, excipient manufacturers put their data here. And a formulator, before going for actual formulation, they will run the predictive analytics and see whether it's going to work without spending time. So here is the real advantage with AI ML we get, where otherwise drug discovery time is almost from concept for molecule identification to getting into the patient side, it goes 8 to 10 years, which can be reduced to 1 year or a few months, in fact. So this is where as we are coming to Uzbekistan, that's our thought process. We are going to give this high resolution image analysis. We have already talked to some of the pharma companies, and they're excited about it. Data-driven decision-making, scalability, I'll not get into detail. All these, and this is most important, regulatory compliance, where we are talking with the government also to understand the regulatory requirements of the Uzbekistan and built into our system. Having said that, we have another set of, I'll quickly run through partner tech lead, which works in different domains using in the social sector itself, like insurance, retail, transport, education, and so education ERP is also AI ML driven, which is very good, but that's not the subject today. Please, next. So this is a image provision and tech lead coming together and forming Pictel AI, which is coming to Uzbekistan. Yes, please, next. And where we have already done some of the solutions which can go into this place, like I said about e-tech, ERP solutions, GPS tracking, drone image analysis can be used for agriculture, for defense, and for traffic management and other things, smart OCR technologies. and all other things. I think I've taken more than the allotted time, so thank you very much for giving this opportunity. Looking forward to work for Uzbekistan.